Hi there, welcome to my channel. Okay, in this video I'm going to present to you of the preparation of salt. I cover insoluble salt and also soluble salt. Okay, this is the first revision. It is suitable for paper 4 and also paper 6. Alright, okay, now we do have salts, and here I'm going to list down which is soluble and which one is insoluble salt. Alright, so we have here sodium, potassium, ammonium, nitrate, chloride, sulfate, and also the carbonate ions. So sodium is Na plus, potassium is K plus, and ammonium is NH, and here's a positive. So here's a positive and here's a 4. Okay, so this is an ammonium ion. So if you look at this, all these three, it is all soluble. Okay, all this is soluble. Nitrate is NO negative, and here's 3. This is all soluble. So whatever compound that contains this one and nitrate, right, is all soluble. Okay, now let us look at the chloride. So chloride is Cl negative ion. Okay, so all the component. Okay, now all the compound that contains chloride, they are all soluble except for silver and also lead. Okay, so silver is Ag. So if I combine with chloride, it will become an AgCl. And we also have a lead 2 plumbum. Okay, this is a lead 2. So if you have a silver and also lead, it is this is insoluble. Alright, so this is insoluble. Okay, so this is insoluble. Now let us look at the sulfate. For sulfate, everything is soluble except for barium, which is a Ba2 plus, calcium is a Ca2 plus, and this is lead 2, so which is a Pb2 plus. Okay, so all these will combine with sulfate to form an insoluble salt. Okay, now about the carbonate. All carbonate are insoluble except for when they combine with these three. Okay, so when they combine with sodium ion or potassium ion and also ammonium ion, it will become soluble. Okay, so now you have to remember this. This is the most important part. Okay, now let us look at some of the examples. Okay, now for example, the question is like a preparation of a plumbum 2 chloride. Okay, so we have to prepare the plumbum 2 chloride salt from, let's say, both here must be a soluble salt and here is also a soluble salt. So how do we prepare this? For example, so we take something we have about for plumbum, and there is another solution that has a chloride. Okay, now for example, I'm taking here plumbum nitrate. Okay, plumbum nitrate, because plumbum nitrate is soluble, so you will have a solution over here. Okay, why I choose nitrate? Because if you look at here, all the nitrate, they are soluble. Okay, all the nitrate, they are soluble. Okay, now let us think about chloride. So all the chloride are soluble except for, you cannot mix with the argentum chloride, it will form a precipitate, and you also cannot mix with the lead chloride. Okay, lead 2 chloride. So it will form a precipitate. Other than that, you can, example, I can mix with sodium, because if you look at here, sodium, potassium or ammonium, they are all soluble. So I just have to mix it with the sodium. So here we will have a solution. So both of these, they are soluble. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine them. Alright, I'm going to combine them. So now based on the equation, okay, now let us do the equation over here. So here is plumbum nitrate, and here we have sodium chloride. So now what happens is the plumbum will be combined with the chlorine. So it will form the plumbum chloride, and plus with sodium will be mixing with the nitrate. So we will have a sodium nitrate. So obviously this is soluble. Okay, this is soluble. However, the lead chloride here will be insoluble. So in here you will have one solution that is soluble. This is the sodium nitrate, and we will also have a precipitate. Okay, you will have a precipitate, and this precipitate is this plumbum chloride. So now we do have two types of salt over here. So now let us see the way how to prepare the salts for both the insoluble and also the soluble salts. So now to prepare the soluble salt, so which is the sodium nitrate. Okay, so sodium nitrate. So sodium nitrate, we just have to filter it first. So this is the filter paper and this is the filter tunnel. So the sodium nitrate will be passing through all this and it will form a solution. So this is the sodium nitrate, and this is also called as a filtrate. Okay, filtrate, and this is called as a residue. So the residue is the one, what we form as a precipitate in the previous slide. So this is, we call it as a residue. So and this is also plumbum 2 chloride. Okay, but we are now talking about the soluble salt, so we just have to focus on this. So first what we have to do here is evaporation process, but to speed up the process we can actually heat it up. Okay, this is to speed up the process. Okay, now the next one is after the solution become concentrated, leave it until it become crystal, or this process we call it as a crystallization process. So to get the pure sample, okay, to get the pure sample, what you have to do, take this crystal, wash it with a distilled water. Okay, wash it with water, and then continue the process again 1 and 2. Okay, continue process 1 and process 2. So that is how we will be getting a pure sodium nitrate. Okay, now let us look at how to prepare the insoluble salt. Okay, the insoluble salt is, which is already stuck over here. Okay, so this is the plumbum chloride. So what we are going to do the next is we take the plumbum chloride, straight away dry it with a filter paper, because it is already in a solid form, so we do not have to boil it or evaporate it. So dry it with a filter paper, and then to achieve the pure form of plumbum chloride, we just have to wash it with a distilled water and dry it again. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the paper 4. So this question is about salt that are insoluble in water are made by precipitation. Okay, now they already give us the hint what they want. Lead 2 iodide. Okay, lead 2 iodide is soluble in water, but they already mentioned all nitrates are soluble in water and all sodium salt are soluble in water. So you are provided with a solid lead 2 nitrate and a solid sodium iodide. Okay, so both are solid over here. And describe how you would make a pure sample of lead 2 iodide by precipitation, and your answer should include practical details and also the chemical equations for this question. So let me explain to you one by one what should we do here. Okay, the first step here is to dissolve both solid in a 2 different beaker with water. Okay, like containing water here. So what happens, you'll be getting a solution of plumbum nitrate. Okay, plumbum nitrate. So this is a solution, and you'll be getting a solution of sodium iodide. Okay, so this is a solution of sodium iodine. And then what happened over here is the plumbum will be combining with iodide. So it will become iodide, plumbum iodide. Okay, lead iodide 2 plus with, and then the sodium will be combining with the nitrate. So you will have a sodium nitrate. So here in this beaker, the final results here, you will have one as a solution. So this is the solution, and we will have a precipitate. Okay, we will have a precipitate, so which is a plumbum iodide. Okay, so now they are asking us to make a pure sample of lead 2 iodide by precipitation. So the next process over here is we have to filter it. Okay, we have to filter, obtain the residue. So the residue is the plumbum iodine. Okay, and then we just have to dry it, or we can wash with water first. Okay, we wash with water to clear off the remaining sodium nitrate, and then we leave it to dry. Okay, so that's how we can get the pure form of a plumbum iodide. So this is to obtain the pure form of plumbum iodide. Okay, so this is the example of the question, and if you want to look the marks for this question, it is about 5 marks over here. Okay, this is about 5 marks, and the paper is May-June 21. Okay, May-June 21. This is the last year's paper 41. So I hope you can learn something from this video for your upcoming exam. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. All the best, guys.